When we are buying new hi-fi speakers, I think most people will share the same three priorities outside of price, of course. And those will be looks, sound quality, and brand or trust in the manufacturer. And I think it will be in that exact order, because if speakers sound amazing and they're made by a company that we know and love, but we just don't like how they look, we're not going to want those speakers in our home. I think that stands to reason. And when it comes to the finish of hi-fi speakers, I think we are blessed with a choice between black, white, and wood. And I really don't mind black, white, or wood. In fact, sometimes I think it looks fantastic. But I wonder if that's because for my whole life, that's pretty much all I've seen and all I've really been able to buy. I know at the very esoteric end of the market, companies like Wilson Audio will finish a pair of speakers for you in probably any paint colour that you want. And last year, I was at the launch event for their new Alexia V speakers, and they were finished in a spearmint blue type colour, which I think had to be a custom choice. And the Wilsons cost, I think, around 80 grand. So at that price level, being able to choose the colour you want makes some sense. But at that price level, it's not a pair of speakers that I could own, and that most of us, I think, could own. So what about the rest of us? Do we not deserve some level of choice or customisation over our speakers' finish and colour? I met with Audio Solutions, a high-end speaker manufacturer, back at the Munich high-end show this year, and got to play with their new Configurator tool, which allows you to do exactly what I've just said. It allows you to fully customize the look of your speakers. After the Munich show, Audio Solutions' UK distributor Elite Audio announced that they are running a competition where people could use the Configurator tool and submit their best or favourite looking speaker in order to win a prize. And that prize is a pair of Audio Solutions Figaro speakers worth around £4,000. So it's a great prize. And I actually wanted to enter the competition because I thought it could make a really interesting video showing you my process of selecting my favourite or best looking speaker and then entering. And then if I won, I thought, wow, what a great story that would be. So I spoke to Elite Audio and asked if I would be allowed to enter. And we agreed that that probably wouldn't be professionally, the right thing to do. So as a best compromise, we agreed that the winning speakers of the competition would be sent to me to be reviewed. Now, that's not the prize, that's the winning design, would be sent to me to review. And what's great about that is we would all get to see what the speakers look like from their conception, how they look like in the software, the configurator tool, and then what they look like in the flesh, in this listening room that you're all familiar with seeing. But at the same time, those would be a real demo pair of speakers. So you could go to Elite Audio's, their dealership, and see them and listen to them in the flesh. And also you could home demo those speakers. And I will talk you through how you enter the competition later in the video. It's really easy. But let's start by taking a look at the Audio Solutions Configurator tool. At the moment, it's only available for the new Figaro range of speakers. And there's two things that I can tell you about them. Firstly is that Audio Solutions are using a wideband driver for the mid-range. So there's no crossover in the critical 1 to 2 kilohertz region where humans are very sensitive to sound. So that's interesting. And also they're using a dual cabinet or dual box construction. So the outer cabinet has a different resonance property to the inner cabinet to try and better manage the resonances of the speaker cabinet, because all speaker cabinets resonate. So it's kind of a way to better manage that, which is, interesting as a concept, but we'll have to wait to see, what they sound like before I can tell you how effective that is. But this video is all about customization. And we can see 7 different models in the Figaro range, from a small stand mount to a very large floor stander. And because I'm a greedy audiophile, of course I wanted to get the biggest speakers, but for practicality, I was told it would be the Figaro M2 that would be coming to me for review, which is actually a great middle ground speaker because, as you can see from its specifications, it has good sized drive units, a pretty high sensitivity, making it a flexible speaker, and at 45 kilos each, there is some serious heft there, which is often a good sign. But let's crack on with our customization. And you can see on the right hand side, straight away we have lots of different color options to choose from. But as you scroll down, you can see there are much more customization options, and we'll get through all of those. But as a starting point, the white and black speaker I think looks really nice. It creates a really nice contrast and looks pretty cool. Well, that is until you start to make some changes, such as considering zinc grey, or GT Silver, which are two of the standard gloss colours. It definitely starts to get more interesting though as we look through some bespoke satin colours. Battleship Grey is very nice, although I think I prefer Frozen Grey. But what about Maroon Red? That combination also looks good to me. Then we have more premium gloss finish colours, and British Racing Green is one of those classic colours that we cannot overlook or ignore. And what about Mandarin? Yep, I think someone might want orange to match their Lamborghini. Then what about Lipstick Red, or better yet, Chroma Frost Red? Now I think you're starting to get the idea here of just what is possible. And I think when you go back to where we started with Pearl White, it's still very nice, but maybe it's just not quite as special anymore. But for me, everything changes when you scroll down past the colours and trims to the secondary colour option. Because when we have a Chroma Frost Blue with a black rear, the contrast I think looks pretty epic. But when we colour match the speakers, I actually think it's too blue for me personally. And what's interesting is now we're kind of colour matching the speaker. The bright, contrasty colours that I liked before, I now like less, and vice versa. I actually think when the speaker is all the same colour, the more simplistic colours seem to work better for me visually. But of course, you might see it differently. When the speaker is all the same colour, playing it a little safe with anthracite black, for example, looks nice. But then it's really just another plain black speaker and it loses some character. But all pearl white, and now the speaker has some character, I think anyway, because of the trims, and we will get to them. For me, the biggest and best change we can make here is adding carbon fibre to the rear half of the speaker, and now everything changes visually again. Look at Lipstick Red, that is a real cracker, and so is Ice Blue, and so is especially Chroma Frost Blue and Chroma Frost Red. And now I'm having a real trouble choosing between the really contrasty Chroma Frost Red and Chroma Frost Blue colours and the white, the pearl white, because I like them all, but I like them differently. But what about Martino Copper? Oh man, in the right room, that speaker could look particularly nice. And the copper and black, if you've been with the channel for a while, you remember I started with copper and black speakers. And of course, if you're a Klipsch speaker fan, well then copper and black might be the obvious choice for you. And if you've not seen any colours that you like, there is the option there for you to choose any paint colour sample that you want, which is a really fantastic option. It does come at a bit of an extra premium, but we're still not talking Wilson Audio money here. So you've already seen enough, I think, to appreciate what is on offer here. This level of customization, this level of flexibility is something that we've never seen before with HiFi speakers, not even at the crazy Uber end of the market. So you can see why I'm quite excited by what this is offering, but we haven't even finished yet. Testing the different trim color options, this for me made a really surprising difference to the overall look of the speaker. Even with the white front, alternating between the black and Titan trim color makes an obvious stark difference. Then look at how cool brass looks. I definitely like that. What about copper? Yeah, that is pretty cool, and it makes me want to do this. Go for the Martino Copper. Ooh, I'm really not sure I like that. But what about this? Changing the trim to brass. Yeah, that definitely looks nicer, and it helps better separate the front and back of the speakers better. But I think for my favourite, I'm probably going to be really reserved here and go back to satin white. And next we have the choice of the colour of the top of the speaker to be either black or colour matched with the speaker colour choice. And that is actually, I think, a tougher one here to decide because we actually can't see the top of the speaker with the configurator tool. So we can't visually see this difference, so we just have to guess. And I think in a lot of instances, matching the colour of the top of the speaker is going to make more sense. However, if you pick the right colour, a black top would look nice, could save you a little bit of money that maybe you'd want to spend elsewhere. And while we're on this, as excellent and fantastic as this configurator tool is, of course it's not perfect. I think being able to see the speaker at a few different angles and maybe move the speaker around and all those things, of course, would make this tool better. But you know what, let's not look a gift horse in the mouth. Being able to do all this, to use this tool for free, is a really fantastic thing. And where we've finished is not really that important, or the difference between where we started and where we finished, not important for this video. Really, I was just trying to demonstrate the process, like how you go from A to B and how interesting and fun it can be to mess around. However, I would say, if you're considering purchasing these speakers, of course, the customizations are not free, and there's different prices for the different customizations you can have. And the total price is always in the bottom right-hand corner. The price is for a pair of speakers, and that updates in real time. So you can see what the speakers are going to cost you as you make the changes. And if you go crazy, the speakers could cost you several thousand euros or pounds more than where they start. But even so, we're still a very, very long way from Wilson audio speaker money, and we're getting far more customization here. There's lots more choices and options than I have ever seen before. I've never seen anything like this for hi-fi speakers before, and I really do think this is showing us the future of buying hi-fi speakers, being able to customize them to be exactly how we want. Another thing I really like about the Configurator tool is there's no saving of any files. Instead, as you configure the speaker, it generates you a unique code. And all you need to do is make a note of that code. And I actually think taking a photo of it with my phone, a picture of the code and the speaker is the perfect way to keep a memory of what you've done. Keep a record of what you've done. And then you just punch the code in and it brings your speaker up straight away. So now let's talk about the Elite Audio competition and how that works. Like, as I mentioned, you just need to design your favorite, your best looking speaker. And I think it probably makes sense to use the Figaro M2 because that will be the speaker that comes to me. But you don't have to knock yourself out. That's probably the best speaker to use. And once you've configured it, once you've designed it, once you're happy, if you scroll down, there is the option to download the specifications or download the specs. You punch in your email address there and you will be emailed details of the speaker and that unique configuration code. You would then need to email that on to Elite Audio at this email address or the email address that will be in the comments section and the description box of this video. And that is how you enter. It's completely free to enter. And there's no expectation at all for entering the competition. All Elite Audio are trying to do is get people using the tool because it's something we've never seen for hi-fi before. And it really is a lot of fun. You can really see the value in it the more that you use it. And let me also explain that with the Configurator tool, it's not there to take any orders. It will never ask for your credit card details or anything like that. It's literally purely there as a design tool. The intention is that you go to your dealers, and it doesn't, it could be any dealer around the world for audio solutions. You listen to the speakers and you like the speakers. You tick off that priority for sound quality. You then use the Configurator tool to design your version of the speakers that you love the look of, so that you then tick off the looks, the priority for the looks. But because I can't enter the competition myself, I actually wanted to create my own little mini competition just for a bit of fun. So this is my finished or best or preferred looking speaker. I then also asked my two children, my two boys, to create their best looking speaker. And this is what they came up with. I think you'd agree it looks really nice. And I actually asked them what they thought of using the tool itself. And this is what they said. How did you get on with the experience of using the tool?
I think it was pretty cool. We got to express ourselves in our own unique way. We got to learn to make our own speakers.
How easy was it to use?
Very easy, because all we had to do was scroll and select our colours. Yes.
And are you happy with your colour choices?
Yes, definitely.
And do you think those speakers would look nice in Daddy's listening room?
Yes.
But would my ones look better?
No.
Love those boys. And I also asked my partner if she would design her favourite speaker, and this is what she came up with. Of course, she wants no speaker, but under a bit of pressure, this is her favourite design. So what do you think? Which of the three do you think is best? Do you think the Terry Carbon Fibre Special is best, or what my boys created, or my missus? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put all three of these up in my YouTube community poll, just so that you can pick which one is your favourite from the three, just for a little bit of fun. Now, to get access to the Configurator tool, there'll be a link down below in the comments section, a link down below in the video description box. You just click on it, you go straight to it. Again, good luck if you're entering the Elite Audio competition. It is for UK residents only. It's just because of the nature of the beast of them being the UK distributor. I wish you all the best of luck. I have absolutely no input. I've got nothing to do with the competition at all, so I cannot help you win, but I wish you the best of luck if you're entering. And do remember, as you're entering, the speakers that wins are going to be coming to me for review. So do not try and, stitch me up with a bright yellow pair or anything like that. Try and make them tasteful. Try and make them really high quality and tasteful and class. But have some fun with it. I really hope you have some fun. And remember, it's just a bit of fun. You're entering with no commitment. So, you can win a £4,000 pair of Figaro B2 speakers. That's a really great prize. So, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see the Figaro M2 review. That will be coming, obviously, in a couple of months' time. And, yeah, if you enjoyed the video, hit the thumbs up.